Hi, folks. I'm Lali Sekhon. I'm a neurosurgeon. I'm the founder of SpinePoint. You know, I gave this presentation a year ago, and we've hit so many milestones that I've cut the slides in half. So this is not going to be a 9-minute presentation. We're going to be a little bit quicker than that. So let's take a bird's eye view. I'm a neurosurgeon. I've been in practice for about 3 decades. The spinal implant market in North America is a $9 billion market. If you segment it down, about half, a little bit under half, is biologics. The rest is cages and screws. So as a spine surgeon, there's 2 things we use. We use cages and screws. And I'm going to talk to you today about cages. In North America, the average price that a cage is sold to a hospital system is about $3,000. To produce that, 3D printed porous titanium, it's about $200. So the cage market has a markup of about 90% once you actually get into that market, and it's very lucrative. So in that 3 decades, I've done a lot of operating, and it pains me to say this, but about a quarter of the patients that we as spine surgeons operate on don't do well. That's the data. Some of them have poor outcomes from their index surgery. Some of them come back for more surgery. Some of them, the problem is there's implant failure. So 1 in 4 of our patients do poorly from surgery. And this is the issue that bugged me, and this is what drove me to develop SpinePoint. So 10,000 cases. In those 10,000 cases, when I looked at cages, 2 things turned up. On the left-hand side, you can see that there's a cage that's been put in after a disc has been taken out. And sometime afterwards, it could be days, it could be weeks, you get sinking of that cage into the bone. That can lead to a poor clinical outcome. That can lead to more surgeries. We call that subsidence. And the key reason we get subsidence is a mismatch between the stiffness of that cage and the surrounding bone. So subsidence is a big problem in the lumbar spine, particularly with posterior surgeries. We see subsidence in 1/3 of our cases. And it's the dirty secret that we don't really talk about. The second problem we get, and this is on the right side of the screen, is we'll do a successful fusion. Everything's great. And then 1, 2, 5, 10 years later, 1/3 of our patients are coming back and the next level is wearing out. And we call that adjacent segment disease. Now, adjacent segment disease is a complex phenomena, but stiffness is one of them. So the 2 key problems that I could see was that devices are too stiff for what we're doing. And if we can improve that stiffness and lower it, we're going to get better clinical outcomes. The video on the right is a plastic mock-up, and you can see the cushioning effect of that patented Z-shape. That's the endoskeleton that we use to achieve the cushioning. But the beauty of it is it's not in plastic, it's in porous titanium. On the left, you can see the typical stiffness of some of the implants that are available in North America at the moment. So it's measured in gigapascals. The titanium is about 117. I use Medtronic cages, they're about 110. You can get lower stiffness with carbon fiber or PEEK, but the problem is you trade off other features like fusion. So in North America in 2025, surgeons like porous titanium 3D printed because of the fusion capabilities. So our implants are down to 1. And the normal stiffness of cancellous bone is around 0.3. The normal stiffness of cortical bone is about 17. So we're about as low as we can get in terms of having low stiffness implants, way beyond everything else that's on the market. There is a lot of data on why low stiffness is good. We're not reinventing the wheel here. We know that you reduce the stresses on the adjacent levels. We know you reduce subsidence. We know you improve bony ingrowth. We know there are improved fusion rates as well. So these things are known. We just haven't been able to drop that stiffness to the level that we want to do it. So we built a line of products. You can't give a talk without a prop, and this is a model of our cage. And the Z-shape on the outside is what gives us that low stiffness. If I brought the actual model up, it's a Lego-sized block, so I didn't want to do that. But on the top left, you can see our first product. Now, this product is with the FDA right now. We expect approval in about 3 months. We will commercialize this product by the end of the year. What's really nice is there are 7 products to follow. All of them use that same patented Z-shape to reduce the stiffness. We called it Flex Z because of that play on words on the flexibility that you saw on the previous slide, and also the Z shape. But those devices can be used in the spine, in the neck, in the lumbar spine, from the front, from the back, from the side. And we expect those other 7 products to be in the US market by the end of 2026. So it's an exciting time for us. So why now? Why is our product relevant now? As a spine surgeon, I've seen us go from allograft, which is dead people's bone, autograft, which is our own bone, PEEK, which is plastic, solid titanium to porous titanium. And that's where we are now. So our understanding of material sciences has improved, and this has gelled very well with the technology that we're presenting. The second thing is we've got a much better understanding of spinal biomechanics. We did not understand the importance of stiffness 10 years ago, and we're starting to realize that stiffness is important, and we also know that porous titanium can provide that for us as well. So, business model is pretty straightforward. There are a lot of distributors in North America that have extensive sales forces. We're going to get it in the hands of the distributors. We've already had inquiries from the distributors. Surgeons want this device. The feedback from surgeons has been positive. And using distribution networks will be our first port of call. We're open to private labeling and if need be as well. This is our leadership team. There's about 150 years of experience in spine healthcare on that board. And all of them have worked with the major players in the spine community. So we've got an extensive network on our board as well. These are our milestones. The big ones are on the left. We have 3 patents published. Our IP is protected till 2043. And we're expecting approval on our first device July this year. We want to commercialize in the second half of the year. On the right side, you can see the individual landmarks. Prototyping testing. The design is frozen. We actually went through 12 iterations to pass FDA testing protocols. The instrumentation is created. The FDA application is submitted, and the other 7 will follow in 2026. This is the kind of testing the FDA demands of medical devices. It's a torture test. At the bottom is all of the dynamic testing, which takes a month to finish. And we've passed all of this with FDA-certified facilities, so we're confident that we'll get approval of this around about July this year. Our financial projections, I think we're underplaying it, but we try to be realistic. $15 million by year 3 and $33 million by year 5. So we're raising $5 million. We're ready to go to market. We want to bring our first product into market in 2025. We've got 7 to follow. We need to hire. We are ready to commercialize. I want to thank you all for your time. I got it under 9 minutes. Thank you.